Oh, hello. Welcome to Mr. Bailey's Light Show Word of the Week. You may not believe this, but it is me, Larry King. You know, the Larry King. Judging from their boisterous laughter, I would say that they think that is a completely cockamamie story. But unfortunately it's true. But more on that in a minute. Bet everybody out there in TV land just thinks I am just a stick person, but it is me, David Letterman. Yep, that David Letterman. They all seem so discombobulated with the way we look. But it is true, I promise. This will all make sense if we take a little trip in the Wayback Machine to relive the events in chronological order. Cue the swing music, please. You see, David and I were just hanging out together perusing or looking through the dictionary for new words, you know, typical Saturday night. When all of a sudden, poof! A mystical magical genie just appeared out of nowhere wearing a cape chock full of the words of the week. It was glorious. I just kept gawking at him. I thought I had died and gone to heaven, he said, and I quote,
"Behold, I, Captain Word Nerd, have come to grant you 3 wishes."
Of course, David and I were completely flabbergasted. This was it. This was our chance. We would be the most powerful word nerds on the face of the earth, maybe even the universe. We both immediately replied, "We just have one wish to be fulfilled, to be the most powerful word nerds on the face of the earth, maybe even the universe." Captain Word Nerd said, "No problem. All I need from you is a couple of minutes of your time." You see, he had a friend of a friend of a friend who needed a couple of volunteers for her Extreme Makeover talk show audition. In return for our services, he said he would make us the most powerful word nerds in
the world.
He said all we had to do was sign our names on the dotted line. Naturally, my first instinct was to say absolutely. After all, my ties are always all cattywampus and I have worn the same suspenders since the late 1800s. Sounded like fun. But, I guess we should have read the fine print, because now we find ourselves as stick people of all things. Trapped in the middle of 4 concrete walls. We look like a couple of real-life Flat Stanleys. Or wimpy kids, right? What a predicament we are in. Hold up, wait. Now I get it. It is all making sense. Captain Word Nerd was really, Mr. Bailey was just using us as pawns in the game of words. We were bamboozled, correctamundo. Predicament was my choice for word of the week, and that is exactly the situation that we find ourselves in this very minute. What a coinky-dink. Coincidence? I think not. That little rascal. A predicament, our new word of the week, is just another way of saying that you are in a difficult or unpleasant situation. Exactly like we were made into stick people for this episode. Yep, guess we took one for the team. Other synonyms for predicament include a bind, a catch-22, corner, dilemma, hang-up, hardship, hot water, jam, pickle, pinch, quagmire, or quandary. A big thanks goes out to Zach and Mrs. Barr's class for nominating predicament for our new word of the week. Great job, Zach. By the way, the longest word in the English language without any vowels in it is rhythm. Mrs. Tipton's class along with Gracie did a phenomenal job of cracking the word riddle and should look for their very special award this week. Now, if only we could find a way out of this little predicament. Where is that little word nerd? I want my suspenders back. Captain Word Nerd, Captain Word Nerd. Okay, very funny. Change us back. A reminder to all you kids out there in TV land, If I sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Read the fine print. Think we are gonna be here a while? In the meantime, keep those words a-comin'. See you next Monday for the next edition of the Word of the Week.